just finished recording a nice episode story, success story with the person. Probably you heard her from Expo saying, welcome to Expo 2020 Dubai. This person struggled, failed, until now she became really a success story, inspiring others. Listen to her and stay tuned to the episode that will be shared soon. With the gear, who made a lot of things to this country, to other people, to the industry, to the society. The one who probably heard her, she's saying, Hayyakum, or she's saying, welcome. But now, in this podcast, I'm telling her, welcome, Safia, to Success Story Podcast. I'm very, 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 very happy to receive as like a person who made a lot of effort to reach this place. I want, just at the beginning of this podcast, I want to tell to have some idea about your story. Did it just come like that, easy? Or did you do some special, or did you fail, or did you, like people rejected you, or how did you come in this industry, or in this situation after? I think it was not easy, not just in one day or 1 week or 1 month. If you can share your story from where you started until you came in this position or in this place.
Thank you, Saeed. I am very excited to share this conversation with you. And this is usually what I do for a living, talking to people, asking questions. But it's really interesting that now I'm on the seat of the guest. So it's everything but easy. It's everything but easy.
But there is but. If there is a but,
it's never easy.
The story is changed now.
Yeah, it's never easy, of course. I've been communicating with people since 2003, professionally. But I've been communicating with people for my entire life.
Okay.
I was always behind this mic. Sometimes reading Quran, sometimes, reading some pieces to different students and different audiences, sometimes on the stage. Once I had a part in one of the plays in my school, I remember. But professionally, I'm doing this since 2003. And my beginning was from a failure. Basically, I was one of the HCT students. And I remember that I faced a lot of obstacles during those years because I've been bullied. I was too weak to stand for myself. I didn't know how to speak English. And, HCT is like, one of those big institutes, and English definitely is language number one. And I failed in the art class.
Okay.
Obviously, I wasn't an artist.
Okay.
So I decided that if I failed and if I'm gonna repeat the entire year, well, that's definitely not a thing for me. And I didn't do that. So I quit.
Okay.
And everyone was like, what? You're quitting? It's 2002. And no one will expect someone like me to quit and leave school or leave, HCT. And then I was like, what are the opportunities that I have? What can I do in my life? And then suddenly I heard that they have opportunities for new presenters to join one of the radio network in Dubai. ARN, Arabian Radio Network, the well-known network. And
this was started in 2003?
2003. And I went for the interview, and lucky me, I met one of the greatest men, Mr. Abdul Latif Al-Sayegh, and he's the one who made that interview with me. And the first thing he said, you have a good voice. Okay. Let's do it. I'm like, hoo-hoo, let's do it. So basically, I was يعني 21. And from that day, I started doing a lot of things. I was a reporter in the field.
Okay.
I prepared a lot of my shows, wrote scripts, recorded voice. I did a lot of things for 1 year. It was like living 2 or 3 years in 1 year, in that year. And then I remember that meeting when Mr. Abdel Latif Saeed and the rest of the team were on the table like this, and he said, we have a new opportunity, and I'm just asking who would like to move to that opportunity. Basically a new TV station that was Sama Dubai TV in 2004. And I remember I was like, me. Why did I do that? I have no idea. So they were like, okay, yalla, go. So I went there and I met the second greatest man, the second greatest man in that domain.
Lucky you again.
Yeah, Mr. Abdel Latif Al Gargawi.
Wow, all starts with Abdel Latif.
Yeah, Abdel Latif. And see the common thing between these two men, that they saw something and they gave me the opportunity. They send me to places where I never imagined in my entire life that I would go to that place. So Mr. Abdel Latif Al Gargawi sent me outside of the country at the second year to represent my country and the channel and to be in a horse riding program. And I remember that was like really crazy. But the opportunity opportunities, it's fascinating to meet people who believe in you, give you the chance, push you, and even if you did something wrong, they will stand for you.
So
that was really, I think I was blessed. I'm grateful because Allah put all these people in my life. So I would say that was the beginning of Safia Al Shehi as a media figure in this country.
And you mentioned something about your story about, it reminded me of something, to be honest, about like speaking English, or we are doing here in English language. I remember when I graduated from high school, I knew only 2 sentences in English.
Which are?
Teacher, can I go to drink water? Or teacher, can I go to the bathroom? Just to go out from the class to do something.
I can really, like, definitely what you're saying is like resonating with me, because I remember that one of the obstacles that I faced in HCT was the language. And I didn't feel like connected.
True.
So when you're not connected, you lose interest.
True.
And you try to find a way to run away, like you did, like I did. So these basically the obstacles that made us running away. And to be honest, I wish that in those years, that someone stand by my side and say, it's okay.
Yeah,
I've been there.
Yeah, and Safia, you know, what's a really interesting point you are bringing here, that we are not perfect. We struggled, and we did many things in order to reach this table. For you, 2003, and for me, I recorded two episodes, and I'm very happy to be the third one.
Thank you.
And just I want to, when you started in 2003. When you saw the microphone, or when you saw people talking to you, how did you manage to do this? For me, when I said it's microphone, when I did the first time to speak in public with the microphone, I said, no, I don't want microphone, because something very, very unusual for me. And it gave me a lot of nervous. How did you manage for you now to overcome the beginning of a microphone or headphone like what we are using here, or facing the guest? How did you do this?
It's interesting that you brought this side, and I'm going to share something that maybe it will surprise you. I never had this issue with the mic or with the camera, it always like it's as if it was part of me. It's like a seventh or an eighth sense for me. So it's nothing new. My struggle was, how can I prove myself? That was my struggle for my entire life. And as someone who was perfectionist, I wanted everything to be in the right place. I wanted everything to be perfect. I was really attached to my self-image. And my main struggle was that, because these are tools. And when you think about yourself as a public speaker, it's not about the mic, it's not about the camera. You are the tool. You have everything in here.
Yeah.
You are the mic, you are the lens, you are everything that you need in order to be an amazing public speaker or an amazing connector or a communicator. The main issue was how to prove myself. I am a girl. Everyone will see me as a girl, not as a woman. Why? Because I started with them from the beginning. Okay, at the beginning it was like, okay, I had a huge support. But after a while, after 5-6 years, they will start to feel weird when you start claiming for things, when you start asking for things.
Okay.
When you say, listen, I'm really grateful, but I don't think that this is enough. I want more.
Yeah.
So they will never understand, why do you want more? You grew up with them. What's wrong? What's changed? So that's what made me keep moving.
True.
So I'm a mover.
Gratitude.
This is my nature. I'm a mover. I moved from the radio to the TV, to another TV, to another TV, to another TV, to another TV. I moved. I kept moving. And my drive was, this is not enough. This doesn't reflect who I am. I'm not doing enough. So that what created a lot of conflict between me and some people as well. Who she thinks she is, like who thinks she is. Who do you think yourself? Who you are? You just started with us when you were very young. We made you.
Yeah.
So I think you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, you feel it. Yeah. So the struggle was how to prove that I am capable, and I'm allowed to take a decision that is different, and I'm allowed to make a mistake. And I am holding myself accountable as well. This is my responsibility.
Okay.
So this was like the main struggle. But then, you're moving from a stage to another, from a level to another. So you're not the presenter anymore. Yeah. You're the producer, you're the presenter, you're the voiceover. Now you're moving to, you're the interviewer. That's a totally different level. Now I'm saying I am not an interviewer. I'm a strategic coach.
Wow.
So basically when I interview someone, I wouldn't go with the mindset of a presenter. I would go with the mindset of a coach, because my main purpose is to help you to find yourself within the context, within the story itself.
Amazing.
So that's the totally new. I can't believe that I mentioned that here, but this is basically the way I see myself now.
Yeah, and you are bringing a lot of things, Safia. Really, and
yeah, you should stop me.
I want to grab things, and
you should stop me.
But when you said about the gratitude, I see many people really in social media or anything, they are just looking for what things are like missing things.
True.
They are not like what they have. Like they have all the resource, the resourcefulness, everything they have. They have the emotion. They have the learning process. They have everything inside them that they can be a great person in the future. But they are just looking for what is missing.
True.
Like they see in the social media other people they are traveling or having fun or in relationship with the kids or with the other one, and they said, "Oh, I want like them," but actually they have something inside them, they can do it also, but actually they go for the missing. So share with me about your thoughts about this, like people looking just about the missing thing. And
I agree with you, Saeed, because I was one of those people. For 15 years I was living in my own head all the time and looking for the missing things. And the question was, what am I missing? Why they don't take me seriously? Why they don't respect me? Should I raise my voice so they will be able to hear? Actually listen, because I want them to listen, not to hear. And is it because I am a woman? Is it because I am young? Is it because I am old? All these things. Until one day in 2018, I was at the peak of my career.
Okay.
The peak. I received 5 awards.
Wow.
I met one of the greatest people in the region in my show. And suddenly I lost everything.
Wow.
It was just another struggle where I didn't really align myself with them. I couldn't find myself in that context, and I decided I'm gonna leave.
You leave the present, the media and things, you go do other things?
I left the entire thing behind my back. And I said, I'm gonna leave and everyone will run after me because I know who I am. And that's so dangerous. Why? That was my ego.
Okay.
My ego was talking. And I had to go through a very tough lesson. And now I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful because Allah took me through that path because I needed that lesson.
True.
Saeed, no one knocked my door. No one said, come and work for us. Matter of fact, they say, you'll come and work for us, but for less. Less than what I deserve professionally.
Okay.
In that year, I struggled with 2 kids, a lot of responsibilities, debt, a rent, a lot of things going on. I started a business and I failed.
Wow.
I thought because I'm a presenter and I'm well known, it means I can open a business and I'll be a successful woman. Yeah. That's the logic behind everything. And then one night I said, I need to do something different. So I took a small step. In the dawn, I left my house and I still remember that moment. It was 5 a.m.
Okay.
And I decided I'm going to start a new habit, walking around the block. I started. So at the beginning, I was listening to music. Okay, day 1, day 2, it's boring, something else. I went to my YouTube and I was looking, okay, what can I listen to? Another great man. He passed away a long time ago, Jim Rohn.
Wow, yeah. It's our teacher's person.
Why? How? I have no idea. I just started listening to him. If you want to change your life, you need to change. So, in order to get something better, you need to do something better in you. Work on yourself, not on your job. And all these lessons. And I started listening. From Jim Rohn to Les Brown.
Yeah. Oh.
From Les Brown to Robin Sharma. From Robin Sharma. And all these beautiful teachers. And I was committed, disciplined to that small daily step. And then something started changing in me. It's my perspective.
Okay.
One day, a friend of mine called me. She told me, there is an opportunity to be a marketing manager. Would you like to take a chance? I'm like, but... So this is the 5 years, the past 5 years. It's been a struggle.
Wow.
More than what I said now. And I'm going to share it with you if you allow me later. But in that moment, I was like, but I am a presenter for 15 years. What am I going to do as a marketing manager? Okay, I have a master's degree. I have this. But she said, take a chance. You never know.
That's true.
And I went there for another phase of my life. It was a struggle. Tears, blood in the arena. And I was like...
Fighting.
And sometimes I was out of my brain.
Wow.
I started pushing people away from me because I was in such a mess.
Wow.
You can imagine that when you are scared. So you're trying to protect yourself. So instead of opening up, you're raising your shield. You're taking your shield up. You're protecting yourself.
Yeah.
So
that was amazing, Asar.
It was crazy.
And a lot of things. Struggle is part of life. Struggle, what you said, fear. People, how they define the fear or how they define the courage. When they are doing things, they are scared to death. But anyway, they are doing it.
True.
Because they know this fear is the first stage. And then once they do it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, it becomes a confidence, second nature. It's like you mentioned about the habit. What's your habit like? What's your morning routine? How you, for example, some people they said, if I need to open a business, I need capital, I need 1 million dirham, I need many things. But actually, the foundation of anything is the habits. How do you create your habits when they are rejected? You come back when you are. You failed, and you said it's not failure, it's just a learning process. When you control your emotion, when you keep going, how do you create this habit?
So basically, because I started something, I realized that I never work based on a system or a habit in my life. And now then when I started this morning steps where I just jogging around the blog, listening, that was like creating one path. I realized that learning is an amazing thing. And it's very important to make learning as a second nature for you. So I always start from the learning point. So one of my habits is the morning movement. I always move in the morning. And I attach another habit, which is the listening. So I listen to audiobooks most of the time. I pick the right books for myself. So basically, it's not about learning just for the sake of learning. It's about being a strategic when you choose what you learn. So I pick the right books that I know for sure that they will back up my new quest or my path. Basically, most of the books are in marketing, self-growth and self-development, philosophy. So basically, these are the 3 areas that I'm growing myself in. Whatever I'm listening to, I go and reproduce it in a different way. So I reproduce it in my podcasts, in my books. When I converse with other person, you will find it. You will feel the touch of Jim Rohn or any other like authors. You will feel that because basically when I learn, I live what I learn.
It's true.
It's a daily living. It's not only reading or listening. So this is one of the habits. Another habit is journaling. So I journal in the morning and at night. In the morning, I will talk about my blessings and I mention those blessings. I go deeper on those blessings. Sometimes is a sound of a bird and sometimes is God or Allah showing me a way that I didn't notice before. So this is something. And the second thing, what I want to focus on. So also I journal my focus, my daily focus, because that will help my brain to pick the right moments during the day for me, and to pick whatever will help me to, you know, to complete my mission and tasks. And then affirmation.
Okay.
In a way, like who I am. So basically, now recently I say I am an outstanding strategic coach. This is the way
the language you use to yourself.
The language that you're using to yourself is very important. And it's very important to pay attention to your inner voice as well. Here we are talking about the limiting beliefs. So basically, if you find yourself repeating something that is really negative, you need to stop and jot it down and examine it, test it, reflect on it. Why? What's the reason behind it? And then when you get the awareness and the aha moment, then you will be able to turn it to your favor at the end of the day. So I would say these are the main two habits that I really, really focus on, and it's very important for me also to improve it. So I'm not just doing it as a routine. Sometimes I put, you know, a little bit of a flavor into it to improve it and to make it, because see, I aspire mastery in my life, and if you aspire mastery, basically you need to live the way masters live. So that's what I do, even with my habits.
I agree. And Safia, to be honest, I wake up early morning, I pray and I make dua and I meditate, I do things, and then I check my phone. I see Safia in LinkedIn, she's posting. I see about good things. In Instagram, she is also active everywhere. What time do you wake up?
I wake up at 5, sometimes 4:30. It depends on winters or summers time. See, there are two things in this point. The first thing is, I consider this as part of my duty. As someone who claims that she's a thought leader in her domain. So as a thought leader in personal branding and marketing, self-marketing, let's say, it's very important for me to show and tell as well. Because otherwise, how will I convince you that journaling is really important or movement is crucial in your life? So this is part one. You need to walk the talk. Part two, I have a team. I might be handling the stories in my Instagram and Twitter, LinkedIn, some of the stories, but basically there is a team behind all the strategy that you're seeing in Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. So these beautiful two ladies, Andrea and Delia, they are handling my social media.
Hi to them.
Hi to them. I'm really grateful because they were part of my success story. And at this point, I would say it's very important to surround yourself with the right fit people in your life. People who believe in you, will push you, will help you to stretch. I still remember before 5 years when I met them and I said, English, no way. They say, Wallah, trust me. I remember Delia said, trust me, you will do it. And one day you will tell us. I'm like, come on. So sometimes surrounding yourself with the right fit people, it has also an advantage of they can see your potential.
It's true.
Because 24 hours you're in yourself, and it's a good thing. But the other thing, you will have also your blind spots. You're not able to see those blind spots. But having the right people in your team, it will help you to shed the light on those blind spots and use them in your favor. And that's what I did, with their help, of course.
Safia, I will just go back now to your story. When you said, I'm missing many things I want to do. I am now a presenter. I am a person who can do anything. and you were looking for missing. You mentioned about you opened a business. If you go deep about what kind of business was, and what did you learn from this business after you failed?
So basically, it was a training company.
Okay.
And I thought that because there are a lot of companies like in training, and I'm a good talkative person.
Okay.
I thought that will be enough for me to train other people, and with my experience as well in communication. So I did the wrong step. I went at first and I opened a place, decorated and, put everything that in those rooms in that place, and I designed the logo and all that, and then I went and opened the license, and I had only literally 2 clients who are friends. I'm sure that they did it because they wanted to support me. But it's not enough. Sometimes it's important to have the right people. Back then, I didn't have the right people around me. So basically, I didn't seek for advice. I didn't go to the right people to ask them for their advices, because it's very important to go and consult the right people. Your family, your friends, it's okay. They love you. They want to push you. It's fine. But they don't know deep what's exactly the details of your business, and probably they don't know the market as well. So I didn't ask myself the right questions as well. In the licensing process, hundred of questions that I didn't know how to answer them. And then I end up paying 1 to 2 rents, and then I closed the place.
But it was great experience. It was great. You learned a lot.
It was great experience. Now I'm telling you, I don't have to open a place in order to be, a trainer. Maybe that's not my purpose to be a training institute. Maybe I want to go as someone who's doing it for a freelance. And then that's what I discovered. And then I discovered coaching as well. And coaching is opening like a huge opportunities for us as coaches to deal and to open your own business step by step. So basically, having a business, it's not about the prestige. Having a place and a sign outside or
logo or something.
It's not only about that. It's about asking yourself the right questions and understanding your market. Do you have the customers for what you're saying? What's your value proposition? Basically, there are hundreds of training institutes. What's the difference that I'm going to add? This is very important. So the value I'm going to add is very important. And to be honest, now when I think about it, it wasn't something that I really want. I think it was like just a moment of, you needed just a quick solution. And you thought it's opening a training center. But life is not like that. You cannot just take a pill and say, voila.
Overnight.
No. Now I realized it took me 5 years.
Wow.
5 years to understand that coaching is the thing that I really want to do for my entire life. 5 years of my life. And 5 years of searching and asking questions and taking diplomas and certificates and practicing. It's okay to take some time to practice. See, we always fall under the pressure of everything is going fast. And if you are not faster than someone else, it means you're not reaching there or you're not gonna succeed. صح? But it's not a competition. It's basically about the value you're adding and doing something that really reflects who you are.
So it's especially when you see the people you are impacting, from where they were and how they're gonna be or how they are now. It's
amazing.
You see, I don't want anything, just I want to see how they transform from this person to other person. And when they finish, you say, thank you so much. You changed my life. You added something, you enhanced something in my life. That's
I got
really,
this now.
It's
amazing feeling. You know, I had to put myself in different, like in several experiences in order to reach to this point. And every time I got the same feeling.
Yeah.
It's a signal. A lot of people are asking me, how do you know that this is your purpose? How do you know that this is what you're living to do in your life? I say, okay, I know maybe this sounds as a cliche, but what makes you really wake up every morning?
Yeah.
It's the right question.
So,
And the way you feel when you are in the experience itself. Do you feel true? Do you feel touched?
yeah.
Because coaching is about touching other people's life. It's not about...
Not about you, or
It's not about
to
you
show
at
off. I
all.
am coaching. I can speak. No.
This is really noble. See, when we talk about the level, the type of level that we want to reach in our life, I would say I aspire for transcendence. But this is a very high level of being.
Sure.
But I know through something rewarding and noble like coaching,
Yeah.
I'll be able to touch at least that area. It's just, and you know why coaching is important for me as well? Because I really wish that back then, when I was 18,
Yeah.
17, lonely, suffering by myself, I don't have anyone to share with. I wish if someone
Yeah.
was there to sit with, and then they ask me the questions and I say, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true, especially in coaching industry.
Yeah.
When some people just entering this industry say, who will listen to me? Who's going to listen to me? Who I'm going to advise? But it's not you are talking to yourself. Just imagine yourself 20 years back.
True.
And you talk to this person who suffered, who failed, and you are just imagining his picture in front of you.
True.
And when you talk to one person, it resonates with the others.
It's about the potential.
Yeah.
It's about helping them to find their wisdom.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, as a human being, we came to this life with all answers.
Yeah.
But we don't have the right questions.
Yeah.
And I do believe in that. So what's coaching is doing is giving you the keys
Yeah.
to the answers that you have already within you. So basically, as a coach, I don't really do that much. You're the one who's doing everything. I'm just giving you the key. This is the key.
It's true. Let's talk about, like, we heard many nice stories, inspiring stories for others, for me especially, even if I'm hosting here. And I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
I was searching in Google, and did you know how many person visit the Expo 2020?
I think 24 million?
Yes. Imagine 24 person who visited Expo 2020 heard your voice. What does that mean to you?
When somebody asks me this question, I'm like, I'm not gonna cry because you have tissue here. See, Expo it's not just an achievement for me. This is something very personal.
Yeah.
Because for someone who struggled for a long time to be heard.
Yeah. Yeah. And who are you now? Who are you after Expo?
Now I'm someone who's stronger. Who know who I am. I know who I am. Now I'm telling you, I know who I am. I'm confident. I entered that cave. I entered that cave. And I'm blessed.
Yeah, it's really important for you to be a confident person who add values to others, who who are heard from many people and
Yeah.
doing great things. When even this Expo, after maybe thousands or hundreds of years, see, the Expo was in Dubai, and there was something, the same person who added value to this, who participated. And it's really, every time me with my kids or my family, or even here, the people going to Expo, and here, I didn't know you were, but after I discovered, I said, I want to meet this girl, because she's really, she's making a lot of great things.
Thank you so much. It's a story of a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a story of commitment, of discipline, of high standards to meet the standards of your country, of course. And in that, it was like a transformational moment in my life, because I remember back then in 2019 when I said, I need to do something with this gift.
Mm-hmm.
I have a gift. The gift of touching people's hearts and souls with my voice. And I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how can I move to the next level? And this is one of my favorite questions to myself. What's next?
Yeah.
So this is the difference, Saeed, between having a habit and having a system in your life.
So.
This is the difference between having a second nature and being a master.
Okay.
طبعا, I'm not saying I'm a master now. I'm saying that that's what I want to be. I want to be a master in my domain, as a voiceover, as a coach, as a connector. This is basically what I know how to do in my life, regardless of the type or the tool that I'm using in my communication. I'm as an author, as a voiceover, as a communicator, interviewer, coach. So I said, I'm going to be on an international platform. I'm going to represent this beautiful country in both languages, and I'm going to do it.
Yes, I like your energy. I like you, the way you say the words you tell to yourself. And this one, we are spending a lot of time now. We're hearing your story, great things,
Thank you so much for giving me this chance to express all these emotions when it comes to Expo or anything else. But it's very important for people to know that I've worked and I'm still working very hard to reshape this voice, to make it really something that resonates with other people, something that touches their life. So I read, I listen, I even journal in English. I talk to people. I put myself in the most difficult, challenging situation using the language, just because I want this language to be a second nature of me as Safia, as if I'm talking in Arabic. I don't want people to feel that there is a difference. And some people say, when you do the voiceover in English, we feel that this is different voice. I say, it's a different feeling, because this is a different context, this is a different language. So until now, until tomorrow, I'm doing this. So I'm working really hard on myself and on my talent as well, to meet the expectations of Expo. And now, by the way, I am part of Expo City as well.
Oh, it's coming again, and we are going to hear Safia again in this city. Just I want to say thank you.
Thank you so
big
much.
clap for you,
Thank
Safia. And before we end this nice conversation with you, I know you mentioned something, emotion. People say, a goal, I need to do that, I need to do that, but without adding some emotional, they cannot go. They cannot, when they go, maybe they give up, because the emotion we have here drives us to move forward, right? And your emotion now and your things, with your goals, what is your plan, or what do you want to do, like in 5 years or 10 years from now?
You know that we have in Arabic دق الحديد وهو حامي.
Yeah.
So basically it means when you are ready and you know that you're on fire and your emotion are like you have the maximum feeling about it, you just do it. Don't procrastinate.
Yeah.
This is like a $1 million lesson, to be honest. My vision for myself for the coming 5 and 10 years, and as much as Allah will give me and extend my life, I just want to serve people.
Amazing.
Through knowledge, through coaching, through my voice. I want to serve my people. I want to show them what I see, what I saw, and what I'm seeing right now. This is my main purpose in this life.
I can feel your heart. You have amazing soul, Safia, and I really enjoy talking to you. Even the team, they are smiling. Look at them. And really appreciate your time. Appreciate when I just approached you, Safia, I'm doing podcast. You said, yes, I'm going there. I'm going to support you. That's what I understood, that you serve people, you support people, you help others, and really happy to have you here.
Thank you so much. You gave me an amazing opportunity to express myself and share with you those stories. And I'm really proud of you, Saeed.
Thank you so much.
As an Emiratis also, and Arabs, we're backing up each other, we're supporting each other, and that's what we need always to do, and to show the world who we are, no matter what is the level of the English as a second language, no matter, but as a human being, we are able to touch other people's life, and this is like a great blessing. I'm blessed. I'm grateful for that. Thank you so much.
I agree with you 100%, Safia. We are going to do, inshallah, doing great things. And now, before ending, I want to close this podcast with your voice, like you are doing in Expo, but for my podcast.
Dear listeners, thank you for taking the time and listen to our Success Stories podcast. Don't forget, stay tuned and listen to us every Tuesday, 5 p.m.
Dear Safia, thank you for saying the words, and I wish you all the best. Have a great thing, have a great day, and thank you so much again.
Thank you, Saeed.
Thank you. Very nice, Safia.